Could Barron Trump be considering a future in politics, perhaps following in his father's footsteps and running for president one day? That's a question yet to be answered, but it's undeniable that he's undergone significant changes since his early years growing up in Trump Tower. The teenage Barron has experienced notable growth, particularly during his father's presidential tenure. Curious about how the youngest Trump family member has transformed over the years? Stay tuned to learn more. Born in New York. Melania and Donald Trump exchanged vows on January 22, 2005, in Palm Beach, Florida. Despite Donald's previous marriages, the couple joyfully welcomed their first child together on March 20, 2006. A momentous occasion, as it marked not only Barron's birth but also Melania's first experience as a mother. A unique aspect of Barron's citizenship journey is that, born in New York City, he became a U.S. citizen immediately. As detailed by the Austin American-Statesman, his birthplace granted him automatic citizenship in the United States. On the other hand, Melania, originally from Slovenia, obtained her U.S. citizenship in July 2006, following the acquisition of a green card in 2001. Melania and Donald Trump's relationship has always been a subject of media fascination, characterized by its uniqueness and the couple's ability to navigate the spotlight. Regardless of varying opinions on Donald's political views, the duo appears to handle their dynamics with each other gracefully. In a 2005 interview with Larry King on CNN, Donald expressed his perspective on marriage and parenthood, stating, "The way I look at it, there's nothing like a good marriage, and there's nothing like having children. If you have the money, having children is great." Donald's take on fatherly responsibilities was candid. He clarified that tasks like changing diapers and preparing meals weren't going to be his domain. He humorously suggested, "I may never even see the kids." Instead, he confidently asserted that Melania would be an exceptional mother, while he envisioned himself as a good father. Melania, in a 2012 interview with Parenting, echoed Donald's sentiments about their respective roles in parenting. She expressed contentment with Donald's lack of involvement in hands-on duties like changing diapers. According to her, understanding each other's roles was crucial in their relationship, and they were comfortable with the division of responsibilities they had established. A significant baptismal spot. Barron Trump's connection to his family's significant moments extends to his baptism, which took place in a poignant setting. The same church where his parents, Donald and Melania Trump, exchanged vows the year before. The sacrament occurred on December 8, 2006, at the Episcopal Church of Bethesda by the Sea in Palm Beach, Florida, as reported by Episcopal News Service. The ceremony was attended by close family members, including Melania's parents and sister, as well as Donald's children from his previous marriages, and 5 bodyguards. In addition to Donald Trump's identification as Presbyterian, Melania Trump's religious beliefs remained undisclosed for much of her public life. It was only after their 2017 visit to the Vatican, where they met Pope Francis, that the world learned about Melania's Catholic faith. During this visit, Pope Francis blessed her rosary, a set of beads used in Catholic devotional prayers. Melania, dressed entirely in black with a black veil, demonstrated a private but profound connection to her Catholic background. Melania's Catholic influence on significant life events is not limited to her visit to the Vatican. Despite their wedding being held in an Episcopal church, she incorporated elements of her faith into the ceremony. Walking down the aisle to the song Ave Maria while holding a rosary, Melania emphasized the importance of her Catholic background even in a non-Catholic setting. While Barron Trump's baptism took place in the Episcopal Church, the extent to which his upbringing was shaped by his parents' respective religions remains unclear. However, Melania's public statements and actions suggest that religion holds deep significance for her. Following the papal visit, she took to Twitter to express that it was an experience one I'll never forget. Barron's special nickname. Melania Trump has consistently held Donald Trump in high regard, a sentiment evident throughout their relationship. During the Republican National Convention in 2016, Melania praised her husband, stating, "He is tough when he has to be, but he is also kind and fair and caring. This kindness is not always noted, but it is there for all to see. That is one reason I fell in love with him to begin with," as reported by People. Despite the viral Free Melania hashtag that circulated when Donald was first elected president, it became clear that Melania didn't need any liberation, and the couple displayed a deep understanding of each other. This admiration for Donald seamlessly translates into the love Melania has for their son, Barron Trump, primarily due to the striking similarities between father and son. Speaking to Parenting magazine, Melania affectionately referred to Barron as a very strong-minded, very special boy, emphasizing his independence, strong opinions, and clear sense of desire. Like Melania, Barron expressed admiration for his father from a young age, revealing a desire to be like Daddy at the age of 5. Melania shared glimpses of Barron's early interests, such as building things and drawing, and highlighted his remarkable memory during family trips, where he could recall everything. This close bond between father and son has led to Barron earning the nickname Little Donald, emphasizing the profound influence and resemblance between the two. The Trump family, characterized by unity and shared values, provides a supportive backdrop for Barron's growth and development. Inside his lavish life, Barron Trump's life of luxury extends beyond the typical expectations for a child born into a real estate mogul's family. The young Trump received a lavish gift from comedian Ellen DeGeneres, a golden stroller complete with a tiny chandelier suspended above it. While some might find this gesture a tad ostentatious, Melania Trump found it amusing and remarked, "It's fun. It makes you laugh." Quite the unconventional baby gift, but Melania seemed to appreciate the unique and extravagant gesture. Notably, Barron received other extravagant presents as well. Barbara Walters gifted him a massive stuffed dog, adding a touch of grandeur to his collection. In a nod to Donald Trump's reality show, The Apprentice, Barron was also presented with onesies featuring the famous catchphrase, "You're fired!" When Barron began expressing himself verbally, Melania and Donald shared a humorous anecdote during a CNN interview with Larry King. King asked if Barron had ever fired anyone, to which Melania jokingly responded, "Or so we hope." "He did, yes. Actually, he did. He's firing the housekeeper and nanny many times." Barron Trump's early living arrangements were nothing short of opulent. Residing in the Trump apartment on Fifth Avenue in New York City, Barron had a designated space on the floor above his parents' bedroom, offering a realm of luxury. This dedicated area included a nursery, kitchen, living room, and accommodations for a nanny, as well as some space for his mother. The Trumps ensured that Barron's living quarters were equipped with everything needed for his comfort and care. Melania Trump expressed her delight with her son, describing him as a very good baby who was calm and not prone to excessive crying. It seems Barron's serene nature made for a harmonious living environment, and Melania found it to be fantastic. Loves sports. As Barron Trump transitioned into his teenage years, his passion for sports became evident. Melania Trump highlighted this aspect during her speech at Liberty University in 2018, mentioning that Barron was all into sports. His sporting interests extended globally, as he was photographed at the White House donning an Arsenal Football Club jersey, representing a soccer team based in Islington, London, England. Barron's involvement in sports wasn't just limited to being a spectator. He actively participated in teams in the D.C. area. On September 22, 2017, sports writer Pablo Iglesias Maurer shared on Twitter, that Barron was listed on the roster for the DC United Under-12 team, bringing attention to his involvement in the sport. Additionally, Barron showcased his athletic abilities by playing for the Arlington Soccer Association's Under-14 team, as reported by SCMP. Addressing concerns about the risks associated with football, Donald Trump responded to a question from CBS News' Margaret Brennan regarding Barron's potential involvement in the sport. Donald stated, "If he wanted to, yes. Would I steer him that way? No, I wouldn't." He acknowledged that Barron's true passion lies in soccer, emphasizing, and he actually plays a lot of soccer. He likes soccer. Despite his personal fondness for watching football, Donald admitted reservations about Barron participating in American football, expressing concern after hearing NFL players stating that they wouldn't allow their sons to play. Donald emphasized, "I would have a hard time with Barron playing the game." Thus, it seems that Barron's soccer pursuits align more with his father's comfort and preference, potentially offering a safer alternative in the eyes of Donald Trump. Relationship with Dad. While acknowledging that he never changed Barron Trump's deeper, Donald Trump emphasized his hands-on approach to other aspects of fatherhood. In a 2006 interview with People, Donald shared that he loved to feed the baby, not out of obligation but genuine enjoyment. He mentioned taking care of Barron early in the morning, citing his relatively short sleep duration. Despite admitting to changing diapers over the years, he clarified that it wasn't for Barron, with Melania noting, "That's my job." Donald expressed his love for being a father and stated, "Melania loves taking care of the baby. If we have more, it will be terrific." As Barron entered his teenage years, he exhibited the typically reserved nature of many teenagers. This aspect came to light during Donald's presidency, when author Jonathan Karl recounted an incident in his book, Betrayal, The Final Act of the Trump Show. In a conversation with reporter Zeke Miller, Donald likened Karl to a son, playfully mimicking a teenager's response. "Do you love your dad?" I don't know." But he does. He's too cool. The kids. This anecdote suggested that Barron might indeed be more reserved, especially when interacting with his father. Relationship with Mom. Barron Trump's connection with his mother, Melania Trump, has garnered more attention and documentation compared to his relationship with Donald Trump. Melania took intentional steps to ensure that Barron learned her native language, Slovenian, fostering a connection with her and her family. Melania notes that Barron speaks Slovenian fluently, enabling him to communicate with his maternal grandparents residing in New York City. As Barron's public presence increased, particularly due to his father's presidency and prior celebrity status, media scrutiny focused on his close and frequently photographed bond with Melania. Bruce Durham, a body language expert, analyzed a photo of Barron and Melania, noting the young Trump's growing independence. Durham pointed out Barron's confident demeanor, highlighting his slight smile and specific hand positioning. "His mother sees this and is happy enough to let him grow into this moment," Durham explained, emphasizing the pride Melania exuded as a mother. Despite the growing independence, Barron often accompanies Melania during significant events, showcasing their strong mother-son relationship. Melania Trump's prioritization of Barron extends beyond personal connections and ventures into considerations of political protocol. In 2016, the Trump family generated widespread media coverage when Melania decided to delay Barron's move to the White House directly after Donald's inauguration. This decision stemmed from Melania's commitment to ensuring that Barron could finish the school year in New York, despite the customary expectation for the first family to relocate promptly to the White House. Melania's unwavering dedication to Barron's education took precedence. At the age of 10, Barron's well-being and academic routine were central to Melania's choices, making her stand out as a mother deeply invested in her son's upbringing. Life in the White House. Barron Trump's presence at the White House marked a distinctive chapter in the history of presidential families. While previous presidents had children residing in the iconic residence, the last few underage occupants were daughters. To locate a prior instance of a first son living in the White House as a child, one must trace back to John F. Kennedy's presidency, specifically John F. Kennedy, Jr., as highlighted by Town and Country. Undoubtedly, Barron's adolescence was shaped by the unique circumstances arising from his father's political endeavors. However, being a child in the White House wasn't always a straightforward experience. In 2017, a controversial image created by Kathy Griffin, in which she held a severed head resembling Donald Trump, had a profound impact on Barron. At the tender age of 11, Barron was understandably disturbed by the graphic depiction. In response, President Trump expressed his disapproval via Twitter, stating, "Kathy Griffin should be ashamed of herself. My children, especially my 11-year-old son, Barron, are having a hard time with this. Sick." In the same year, Barron Trump faced another episode that highlighted the challenges of being a child in the political limelight. Katie Rich, a writer for Saturday Night Live, posted a controversial tweet stating, "Barron will be this country's first homeschool shooter." The tweet sparked widespread outrage, both within the White House and among individuals outside of political circles. Reacting to the insensitive comment, Chelsea Clinton, the daughter of Donald Trump's political rival Hillary Clinton, took to Twitter to defend the president's son. In a tweet, she emphasized that Barron Trump, like any other child, deserves the opportunity to experience childhood without undue scrutiny. He caught COVID. In the aftermath of both Donald and Melania Trump testing positive for COVID-19, Melania expressed her deep concern for Barron's health, fearing that he might contract the virus. Unfortunately, her fears materialized as Barron tested positive shortly after his parents. "My fear came true when he was tested again, and it came up positive. Luckily, he is a strong teenager and exhibited no symptoms. In one way, I was glad the three of us went through this at the same time so we could take care of one another and spend time together," Melania shared on the White House website. Remarkably, Barron's experience with the virus was characterized by a milder symptom load compared to his parents. Melania detailed her own struggle with a roller coaster of symptoms, while Donald Trump faced a more severe situation, requiring hospitalization for several days due to coughing, congestion, and fever, as reported by the New York Times. Opting for a more natural approach to recovery, Melania emphasized the use of vitamins and healthy food in her healing process. The positive turn of events came with Barron's recovery, and Melania joyfully reported he has since tested negative. The quick and favorable recovery for Barron was indeed a fortunate outcome amid the challenges posed by the virus. His thoughts on his dad's politics, while Barron Trump's perspective on Donald Trump's political life remained private due to his limited public appearances and absence from interviews, glimpses emerged to suggest that the young boy had his own views on his father's approach. Amidst Donald Trump's debates with President Joe Biden, Barron, then 14 years old, reportedly felt that his father's demeanor was too assertive. According to insights from Molly Hemingway's book, Rigged: How the Media, Big Tech, and the Democrats Seized Our Elections, Donald shared, "People thought I was too belligerent. I will say my own son Barron said, 'Dad, you were too tough. You didn't have to keep interrupting him.'" This rare revelation provided a unique glimpse into Barron's perspective on his father's public engagements during a politically charged period. In the lead-up to the 2016 election, there was a collective push from Donald Trump's children, including Melania Trump, urging him to adopt a more presidential demeanor. This strategic move aimed to make him more appealing to the American electorate. While Trump's older children actively participated in his campaign and subsequent presidency, Barron, due to his young age, deliberately remained out of the spotlight and away from the microphone. Photographs of Barron and his parents at political events drew the attention of body language expert Bruce Durham. Speaking to the Mirror, Durham noted, "I think it is quite sad and sweet that Barron is looking at the floor in both photos. It must be hard for any young adult to be in that position." This observation suggested that Barron wasn't entirely comfortable with the intense scrutiny and attention that came with his family's high-profile political involvement. The world sides with Barron. During Donald Trump's presidency, he faced relentless criticism for his polarizing views, controversial policies, and the management of the COVID-19 pandemic, all while confronting the repercussions of his past actions. The media's response to Donald's controversies was often vocal and uncompromising. However, in stark contrast to the scrutiny aimed at the president, there existed a collective agreement within the media to shield Barron Trump from undue attention. In one notable incident, Saturday Night Live writer Katie Rich sparked controversy with a tweet crossing the line about Barron being a homeschooled shooter. The media's response to this inappropriate comment demonstrated a unanimous sentiment to protect Barron and afford him privacy, recognizing the importance of keeping the president's underage son out of the harsh spotlight that often accompanies political discourse. In an opinion piece for The Observer, Yasmine Ting articulated a sentiment shared by many, asserting that Barron Trump should not become the target of personal attack simply because he is the son of the least popular incoming president in 40 years. Ting emphasized that Barron is not his father. He is a child who, until he can express himself as an independent adult, doesn't deserve the scrutiny and criticism directed at him. It's worth noting that The Observer was owned by Donald's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, at the time, adding a layer of nuance to the discussion. Ting's perspective found resonance regardless of political affiliations. On November 9, 2016, when Donald became the president-elect, media footage captured a drowsy Barron absorbing the news alongside his family. Some social media users expressed empathy for the young boy, suggesting that if he were their child, they would have advised him to go to bed or find a comfortable place to rest. Tweets like, "I felt sorry for the lad, I really did, and if he was mine, I would have told him to go to bed or lay down anywhere," and "We are all Barron Trump," reflected a shared sentiment of understanding, especially considering the late-night timing of the election results. Kept out of the spotlight. Part of the strategy to shield Donald Trump's youngest son from public scrutiny involved minimizing his public appearances. Despite efforts to keep Barron Trump out of the limelight, his noticeable absence from significant events during his father's presidency raised eyebrows. Notably, Barron wasn't present when his parents departed the White House on their last day, as reported by People. Furthermore, he was conspicuously missing during Donald's final presidential address at Joint Base Andrews. In contrast, Trump's other children, along with Melania Trump, were in attendance, according to the Daily Mail. Meanwhile, Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner brought their children, and many of Donald's other grandchildren were present for the farewell. While the situation sparked a wave of Home Alone jokes on Twitter, there may be a more serious reason behind Barron's absence from these crucial public events. During Donald's impeachment inquiry, Professor Pamela Karlan from Stanford University made a reference to his inappropriate uses of power, stating that the president can name his son Barron, he can't make him a baron. In response to this comment, Melania Trump swiftly defended her son's privacy on Twitter, expressing disapproval of Karlan's very angry and obviously biased public pandering and accusing her of using a child for political purposes. The backlash was not confined to one political party, with members from both sides expressing disagreement with Karlan's remark. In light of these events, it appears plausible that Barron's reduced public visibility may have been a deliberate response to protect him from unwarranted attention. Attends school in Florida. In January 2021, Barron Trump found a respite from the public eye as he relocated to Florida alongside Donald and Melania Trump. The family's move placed Barron in a new academic environment. Oxbridge Academy, situated near their Mar-a-Lago resort in Palm Beach, as reported by Express. Founded by business mogul William Koch, this ultra-luxurious school comes with an annual tuition cost of $34,800. Fortunately for Barron, Oxbridge Academy boasts an extensive athletic program, ensuring a well-rounded educational experience. Additionally, the school even features a flight simulator, promising entertainment and diverse learning opportunities. This transition marked not only a change in schooling for Barron, who had previously attended school in New York City and St. Andrew's Episcopal School in Potomac, Maryland, but also required adaptability from Oxbridge Academy. According to the Palm Beach Post, this was the first instance where the school had to accommodate the Secret Service for any of its students. Ralph Maurer, the head of Oxbridge Academy, assured that a small contingent of Secret Service agents would be present during each school day. He emphasized their collaborative efforts to ensure smooth logistics and discreet security measures, minimizing the impact on students, faculty, staff, and day-to-day operations. While the security team is currently in place, it is a temporary arrangement. Barron is expected to graduate in 2024, and as per ABC News, Secret Service protection typically concludes when he turns 16, unless ongoing threats necessitate continued security measures. This contrasts with his older siblings, who lost their Secret Service detail 6 months after Donald Trump left office, taller than his dad. In July 2021, Barron Trump made waves on social media, not for political reasons, but for his remarkable growth in height. Standing at an impressive 6 feet 7 inches, Barron's stature became a viral topic during a visit to New York City. A photograph capturing him alongside his mother, Melania Trump, showcased a stark contrast given Melania's 5'11" height, while Donald Trump, at 6'3", was also overshadowed by his son. This unexpected surge in height marked a notable departure from Barron, being perceived as the baby of the family. The luxurious details accompanying this public appearance adhered to the family's penchant for extravagance. Barron was spotted carrying his mother's Louis Vuitton X Richard Prince bag, estimated to be worth $3,995, as reported by the Daily Mail. In parallel, Melania sported an $11,000 Birkin bag, accentuating the family's affinity for high-end fashion. Social media, including the UberFacts Twitter account, didn't miss the chance to highlight Barron's extraordinary height. Notably, Barron was recognized as over a foot taller than the average 15-year-old. While some enthusiasts playfully suggested NBA aspirations for Barron, others emphasized the importance of respecting his privacy as an underage individual, cautioning against sharing images of someone so young regardless of their familial ties. Trump himself acknowledged Barron's remarkable height during the North Carolina GOP convention in the summer of 2021, underscoring the significant transformation from his early years as the young boy in the golden stroller. A future career in politics? Despite being the youngest member of the Trump family at 17, Barron Trump has emerged as a significant figure within the Trump dynasty, following in the footsteps of his older siblings who have long played crucial roles in their father's political career. This became particularly evident in November 2022 when Donald Trump officially launched his 2024 presidential bid. Barron was prominently present at the event, not only displaying support for his father, but also garnering attention for his remarkable height. During the presidential bid launch, observers noted Barron's towering stature and observed his protective demeanor toward his father. A Twitter user remarked, "He's scanning the room like a Secret Service agent, watching hands. Boy is awesome," while another commented on his trajectory toward becoming an elegant and handsome man. However, Barron's influence extends beyond physical appearances. Even when not physically present, he remains a significant presence in his father's political affairs. During Donald Trump's post-indictment speech at his Mar-a-Lago residence, he acknowledged the contributions of all his children, including Barron. Donald expressed gratitude for his family's support, stating, "I have a son here, Don Jr., who has done a great job, another son here, Eric, who has done a great job, and Ivanka, and Barron will be great someday. He is tall and he is smart." This recognition further solidifies Barron's emerging role within the Trump family's political legacy. Melania remains protective of him. As Barron Trump approaches adulthood, his relationship with Melania Trump continues to reflect a strong maternal bond. According to an insider speaking to People in March 2023, Melania remains a doting mother, prioritizing Barron amid the legal challenges faced by Donald Trump. The source emphasized that Barron has always been Melania's first priority, and despite the ongoing legal drama, her commitment to her son remains steadfast. The insider stated, "Of course, she is worried and concerned about the legal issues, but she has not done anything more to protect Barron now than she ever did. She has always put him first. She is a good mother." This sentiment aligns with observations made by body language expert Bruce Durham in 2020. Durham noted that Melania, despite the expectations placed on Barron as the president's son, consistently looked out for him. She knows he has a role there, what he needs to do, but also how to look after her only son, with a mothering parent-child set up. She cares more about her son. Despite Melania's protective instincts, she is also reportedly supportive of Barron's growing independence. Durham mentioned moments where Barron exhibited independence, stating, "His mother sees this and is happy enough to let him grow into this moment." This dynamic showcases Melania's commitment to both nurturing and allowing Barron to embrace autonomy as he navigates the challenges of adolescence.